Hey guys, what's up? Star Power here. Today, we're going to be going over episode 3 of The Masked Singer, season 8. I don't know why I turned into like an actual announcer, but, whatever. Don't judge me. So, episode 3, TV Night. So, as you can guess, there's a lot of references to TV. In fact, the intro actually was edited like a TV show, and they had Robin singing some sort of theme song. I don't remember exactly what he sang, but it was probably a theme song to a TV show. So, this is episode 3 for Harp. And on this episode, whoever moves on is immediately whoever moves on is in the semifinals. By the way, leaving that in so you guys can laugh at me because I cannot fucking talk. Moving on. First new mask of this episode was the Mummies. Yes, Mummies plural, because there were 3 of them. Some of the clues for them were a blueprint of a house with the word iconic written underneath it, a picture of the Fox mask, which, spoiler alert, the Fox mask was Wayne Brady, season 2. And then there was a Tiger Pop magazine. Just made people think of, like, teen idols and stuff like that. And they did the theme song for the Monkeys TV show. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys. But they changed monkeys to mummies, and I thought that was really funny. Also, they didn't sound half bad. I liked how they sounded together. And 2 of the guesses, because one of them was trash, you can probably guess who made the trash guess, because it's not that hard. The 2 guesses that were good were the boys from Home Improvement and the 3 sons from the Brady Bunch. Moving on to Fortune Teller. This mask was pretty cool. He even came in, like, when you see those Fortune Teller animatronics at the general stores in, like, small towns? Ones that are, like, the robot ones that pick up a card and, like, read into some generic answer. It was basically, he came in a box like that. But he was able to walk out of the back of it. And I like that the person inside was doing the robotic actions and the movements while inside the box, and it was so funny. I enjoyed how in character he was. And now I'm going to warn you. Well, it is not a warning because it's not a bad thing. But all the songs that are sung in this episode are themes from TV shows. Just letting you know. So some of the clues for Fortune Teller was a business card. A statue of an angel and a clothing rack. So people thought he was like a businessman or fashion guy or stuff like that. And he sang Moving On Up from the Jeffersons TV show. Now, my dad has quoted that to me so many times that when I first heard it, I was like, oh my gosh. But I made that reaction in a good way because I did not see that coming. And some of the guesses were Damon John, the CEO of FUBU, and the guy from Shark Tank. The shorter black guy. And then the other guess was Ryan Seacrest. Honestly, not sure what Nicole was getting at with Ryan Seacrest. And then, of course, Queen Harp came out for her 3rd performance and sang Thank You for Being a Friend from Golden Girls, which is funny considering that her entire costume is the color gold. But The new clue for her was a Christmas cupcake, and two guesses were Fantasia and Amber Riley. Again, I still think it's Amber Riley because my sister is amazing at this game, but we'll see. So, on to the reveals and the Battle Royale. Shockingly, at least to me, the Mummies were unmasked first. Honestly, I thought it was going to be Fortune Teller because I thought the Mummies were slightly better, but of course, this was no contest because none of them even came close to Harp, at least in my opinion. So, the Mummies did in fact turn out to be the guys from the Brady Bunch. And that was a really wholesome unmasking right there. Oh, before I move on, there's also a couple of guest appearances, like with the Vegas one, we had Donny Osmond, the Blue Man Group, and all that stuff. But in this one, two famous females from TV came out to give extra clues. Tori Spelling came back. That was Ken's first ever correct guess, because she was Unicorn on Season 1. So she came back to give a couple of clues. And then, I forget her last name, but her first name is Jody. She's from Full House. She came out to give a clue also. So, Mummies were the Brady guys, and that was fun. Then the Battle Royale started, and it was Fortune Teller versus Harp singing... Hold on, what's that song called? I think it's just called Everywhere You Look from Full House. Fortune Teller just kind of sang it the way it was presented on TV, kind of like the upbeat version. But then Harp did this really soulful and slower performance of that song. And damn, that was good. It even, it brought Ken to tears. But then he kind of explained why, and it made a lot more sense than it already did, because to be fair, her singing it like that would have brought a lot of people to tears, and I'm not surprised that Ken started crying. Well, it wasn't like he just completely broke down. It's more like his eyes were tearing up. Sorry, it's early in the morning. But after she sang, he said her singing it like that and Jody watching them. Somewhere above, Bob Saget is smiling. And you guys know Bob Saget was Squiggly Monster Season 4, and he sadly passed away. I think it was earlier this year. It wasn't that long ago. But I appreciated the tribute to Full House and Bob Saget. Granted, I have never seen that show, but I still thought that was a nice, fitting tribute. And I enjoyed it. So, obviously, Harp moved on. She's in the semifinals. Good for her. She deserves it. And then that means Fortune Teller had to take it off. And to the surprise of, it seemed, nobody, I mean, for context, when Ken guessed Damon John the first time, when they were just, throwing guesses out there, people cheered for that guess. Now, this is not, obviously, the first time Ken's gotten the guess right. But I think it's the first time he has said a guess, and most of the audience has sided with him. So, he had to take it off. It was actually Damon John from Shark Tank. And Ken nailed it. That was a fun reveal to me. And there's even this funny story that Nick told at the end where he used to go to the FUBU office where he was making clothes, and he used to beg for clothes as a kid actor, and Damon John hooked Nick Cannon up with clothes, and Nick Cannon was literally like, I had FUBU everything, and it was pretty fun. So yeah, that was that episode. Next episode, we're going to be getting some new masks. I do not know which masks we're getting, but I am hopeful that we're going to have some more fun reveals. And I've seen, I follow the Mask Singer on Instagram, and I've seen all the design masks that are coming up. And definitely, my favorite design of a mask this season has got to be Venus Flytrap. Because it just looks so goofy, and I'm curious to see where the person is going to put the microphone, because it looks like a tall mask. And I really doubt the microphone's going to be in the actual Flytrap area. It's probably going to be in the stem somewhere. I just want to know where it is so that I know how tall the person is and how tall the mask is. But that design is just super freaking cool. Okay. That's all for this episode, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Where is it? There you are. For the love of God, I cannot stop this recording. You know what? Leaving all this in, because I really don't care.